Hello, thank you for watching this episode of Coppell Blue. I'm your host, Officer Peter Dirks. It's the end of the year and we're going to give you some holiday safety tips this episode. But first, we're going to cover some of the big events that we've had the last couple months. We're going to go over Red Ribbon Week, which happens at the end of October. But we want to announce that we got ranked first in the nation by the National Association of Town Watch for the City of Coppell's National Night Out. Let me show you some of the highlights. All right, welcome to the 31st Annual National Night Out.
National Night Out is so important for Coppell because it's the night that we get people out of their houses and meet their neighbors. It's important for the safety of the city and also just for the overall camaraderie that Coppell has. We have 68 parties tonight, and that means a lot of people are getting out and meeting each other, sometimes for the first time and sometimes reacquainting themselves with their neighbors.
When we did our block parties in the past, it was just simply our block. The great thing about National Night Out, that campaign, is it gives us the ability to reach out to the whole neighborhood. And that brings us all together for one night and get to know your neighbors and you familiarize yourself with everybody in the neighborhood.
Well, the important thing about National Night Out for us is just building a sense of community growth and getting to know each other so we all look out for each other and have each other's back for when, ever might need it or whatnot. Well, we always order out some food, and for the event we have a bounce house every year for the little kids, and that seems to suit everyone well. We get all in a big circle and a powwow and talk and have some fun.
You know, we want to support our police department, our city, and this event up for National Night Out, and just, get out here and have fun and make people aware of what's going on around them, and have our police over to share in the barbecue.
Tonight's been an incredible night with communities coming together, neighbors meeting each other. Sometimes some of these neighbors have lived next to each other but don't know each other, and here they come out tonight and just enjoy the evening. There's always a host, like Jeff here has been a host for this neighborhood, and coordinating it is a lot of work, but it's certainly worthwhile. It's been a great evening.
We want to thank all of the citizens and city government that helped us participate in National Night Out. Being ranked first in the nation is a large privilege. We also participated in Red Ribbon Week. That's the end of October, and it's a large nationwide event that promotes drug-free and bully-free. We had some basketball games at a couple of our elementary schools. The officers played fifth graders, and just to promote drug-free, bully-free lifestyle. The basketball games at the elementary schools are a great time where the police officers can reach a large group of the students. We also have a lot of fun playing the fifth graders in multiple rounds of basketball. We played at Mockingbird Elementary and Denton Creek Elementary. We also had a large event that happened with Carrollton, Farmers Branch, and Coppell. It's called the Red Ribbon Breakfast. It kicks off the week the Friday before.
I have been here all 25 years for the Red Ribbon Breakfast, and we've been so honored to have all the support from the school districts these years, particularly the Coppell Independent School District as well as the Carrollton Farmers Branch School. We've had other school districts too that have brought some students. But one of the interesting things about it is the Drug Enforcement Administration has supported this, and we've had keynote speakers from the Drug Enforcement Administration. In fact, the Red Ribbon Breakfast being a celebration or a tribute to the life of Kiki Camarena, that's really how it started in 1988. somewhere along in there. And we've had some of his family come and speak for us, and fellow agents who were actually associated with him in the work before he gave his life, actually for the prevention of drug abuse, to help children find the significance of staying drug-free. I really like the theme this year. It is about yourself, how you need to think about yourself. Keep yourself drug-free because of the consequences.
There's a reason why we have red ribbon campaigns every year, this time in October. There's a story I want to tell y'all very briefly about this gentleman here. This is a former special agent with DEA, if y'all can see the poster. This is Kiki Camarena. Kiki was an agent with DEA in Guadalajara, Mexico, working big drug cases. Because of this death, several states, California, Illinois, and Virginia, started in 1988 the Red Ribbon Campaign, this anti-drug week that we have every year, of course, in October.
Okay, it's my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker. And if you look in your program, you'll see a very extensive bio. I asked him if he wanted me to read it. He's a pretty down-to-earth guy, and he said, nope, be brief. So it's my pleasure to introduce our Brookhaven College president, Dr. Tom Chesney. On the far left is my daughter, and those are her friends. All of them fifth grade girls. They're making a leap into the pool here. I hope she makes the leap through me and through her mom and with her friends to make the right choice, to stay drug-free, and to maybe be on that pathway for her forever family. Because if you love yourself, you'll be drug-free. Thus ends the story, for now, the tale of two Toms. Make a good choice. Have a great day. Have a great life. Thank you.
I think they're really important for me as a student to go to a breakfast as a leader in my community, just so that I can be reminded of how important it is to be drug-free and to put on a good example in my community at school.
I think it's a great event for kids of all ages to come together, the student bodies, student representation, to just listen to a great speaker tell a story and kind of all get behind one movement together.
I thought it was great. I thought it was nice how the whole community came together to talk about such an important topic.
It was really interesting and also relatable, especially now, like as I'm in high school and about to go to college.
It was actually a really interesting story, having him telling the story of him and a friend that both went through the same experiences in high school, and then once they got into college, how his friend got into drugs and alcohol, and just the effect it had. I thought was a really good kind of representation of kind of the effect drugs and alcohol can have on somebody.
I love the speaker, actually. I thought that his story was completely relatable because there are things that a lot of us students are currently going through, like trying to keep our grades up and stuff, and thinking about college and just what can happen to those people if you get off the rails and stuff.
I thought he was incredibly relevant. I'm a senior this year, and so thinking about going into college and hearing the story about two different paths that I could take was very touching and very moving for me specifically, and I think for many kids to relate to.
The speaker used many personal connections, what I thought was very beneficial to making those connections to the students, maybe getting them focusing more on how can I persuade them to do this. And it really did affect a lot of people, and it was a very well put story. It's very good.
I came with my whole club, Students Against Destructive Decisions, and I really enjoyed the speaker. He had a really awesome personal story to it. So.
The act of taking a week to focus on being drug-free is really impactful in that we don't think about it a lot usually. It's just mentioned offhandedly, but when you take time and set it aside to talk about it and think about it and practice it, it has a large impact on our student body.
And I definitely think it helps, and it just brings awareness to the issue.
I think especially as high school gets difficult, people kind of can revert to things that they shouldn't be doing, drugs and alcohol, to take that stress away. And we've seen that in our own community, definitely as you kind of get through, as you get older. So I definitely think it affects us, and it's definitely something we need to stay away from, because if high school is busy enough as it is, we don't need to complicate it with other things.
I did experience it in my middle school year, and we're also starting to do high school year. We used to always carry around a red ribbon teaching us responsibility. So I think it really does affect the students, saying, please don't do this. It really persuades them, shows them what they need to do and what it will affect them if they do drugs and stuff.
And yeah, it does impact students because a lot of people come in and tell us stories, and people become informed of what could happen, what are the repercussions of getting yourself involved with those type of things.
Well, it's holiday season, and the Coppell Police Department wishes you a happy holidays. We also want to keep your holidays safe and free from crime. We're going to talk to Sergeant Maurer about some holiday safety tips.
Good afternoon and happy holidays. My name is Sergeant Maurer. I'm with the Coppell Police Department, currently assigned to the Patrol Division. Today I'm here to discuss with you some holiday tips on how to ensure your Christmas packages are safely received by all those intended, and that you have a Merry Christmas. What we're seeing currently is a spike in package thefts. And you might be saying, package thefts, what does that mean and how will it affect me? Typically, the way the scenario goes is individuals will follow around a UPS truck, a FedEx delivery truck, or even a postal truck, and they'll watch for the packages to be removed from the trucks and delivered onto the porches. They will wait to make sure nobody's home, make sure nobody grabs the package from the porch and takes it inside, and they will at some point sneak up onto your porch and take your package, hoping for the big score, the big electronic item, cell phone, or high-end purse, clothing item, whatever it might be, whatever you've ordered or whatever gift you're receiving from friends and family. A couple tips we'd like to share with you all is the fact that to ensure the package safety, you can have your neighbor receive the package. If you're able to be home and get the package yourself, take it inside immediately. Don't let it sit out there so anybody that drives by your house can see it. You can go to the UPS store or a FedEx store or even the Postal Service and ask them to hold these packages for you until you can pick them up in person, thereby avoiding any type of theft, any type of inconvenience that it may cause you with regards to having to reorder, try to track it down. There's numerous calls to the 800 numbers where they say it's delivered, however, it's not there, and then trying to convince them that it got taken. Calling the police, filing a report, all because a few extra seconds of preparation would have saved hours worth of time. Another holiday safety tip that I would like to discuss is regards to leaving packages and valuable items inside your vehicle. Recently, and basically on an ongoing basis, there are individuals in the world that look inside people's vehicles when you're least suspecting, and they will take your valuables, especially if you leave them in plain view. We call that a burglary of a motor vehicle. And there is an offense, and it is against the law for people to enter your car. Some ways you can deter these people from entering your car and breaking your windows and stealing your valuables is to, number one, lock your vehicle. Number two, keep your expensive items, valuable items, packages out of plain sight. Put them in your trunk, put them in the back of your car if you have an SUV, or basically take them in the house and don't leave them in your car. And this would go for places like shopping centers, shopping malls, parks. We have many parks in this city, the dog park. Anytime you're away from your car where someone has the opportunity in a public place to just walk up to it and look inside it. Now, a lot of people will seize that opportunity, see a package there, see a cell phone there, see your purse laying there, and they will smash your window within 10 seconds and they'll be gone. And by the time you figure it out and call us, then the suspect is long gone, and it's really makes it difficult for us to try to catch up to him. This also goes for you men, that when you're in the park and you decide that you're going to go for a jog and you take your wallet and you lock it in the trunk, there are people out there watching. There are people that will watch you put your wallet in the trunk, and then once you run off, will go smash your window, open your trunk, take your wallet, and be on their way. So when you come back from your run, you've already got thousands of dollars racked up on your credit cards. So it goes for everybody out there. Take and hide, lock your vehicle. Don't give thieves the opportunity to steal your items that you worked hard for. You have to be proactive, and you have to take a stand and protect what's yours.
Thank you, Sergeant Maurer, for those safety tips. We hope you use those tips and have a happy and crime-free holiday. Thank you for joining us this episode and throughout the year. We hope you have a happy holiday, and as always, be safe.